This is early in the morning. And when I woke up, the voice that I was hearing was basically saying, well, today guess what? You're going to have to address the accusation about the rape yet once more. And then I open the computer, and first thing I see, I get a comment from Tamara. Guess what it was about? The rape. So I already was thinking before going to bed yesterday night, I was already thinking about, Marianne, she put out, the message about back then she was only accusing me of harassment. Officially, she said that it was only harassment, even though she had said to her surrounding and people around her, family, her friends, people around her, she said she did accuse me of rape, but she didn't put the lawsuit about rape, but only harassment. And then she put a comment recently saying that back then she was not accusing me of rape, but now she is.
Today I'm going to be doing another Bill Burr reaction, and this one is called No Means No.
There's been, the Me Too movement has happened since the last time I was here. Well, no, it had to happen, Jesus Christ. But, I think it's dying down. I don't know, I think they got everybody. Just judging by the stories, I feel like they kind of got everybody. Because the first stories that came out, they were fucking unbelievable. It was just guys taking their dicks out at work, like, look at it, look at it! Fucking blocking doors and jizzing on plants. You're fucking at home watching, Jesus Christ, people did this shit?
No.
I remember this one poor woman said she was a PA, went into some director's trailer, and he allegedly came running out, masturbating vigorously while holding a shrimp cocktail.
What?
I swear to God. I know that's fucked up, but I gotta tell you something. It's a little bit funny that she felt the need to use the adjective vigorously after she said he was masturbating.
I don't even know.
He was masturbating vigorously. I'm thinking in my head, like, as opposed to what? As far as I know, there is only one successful way to perform that act.
Stop.
And that would be vigorously. Is there another way to do it? Can you do it passively? Is that how Sting does it? Is that how he's able to fuck for hours and hours? Fans a little air on it, he puts on Fields of Gold, just lets that thing rise up, just letting it marinate, right? Yeah, so the stories were big in the beginning, like, oh my God, what a bunch of fucking animals. And then they just started tapering off. And about, I don't know, 6 months in, they just sounded like bad dates. It was like, he was 10 minutes late, the chicken was cold, I think I was raped, career over. What about my side of the story? Fuck your side of the story. You have a dick and balls, we don't want to hear it. Yeah. It's really weird how the whole thing, it went from like nobody listening, men not listening to women at all, to just this total overcorrection that anything they fucking said means it happens, They got these hashtags like, believe women. Believe women, right? It's a little open-ended, huh? Just straight across the fucking board. All of them. Every last fucking one of them.
Sounds a little familiar.
What about the psychos? What about the ones that key your car and light your shit on fire because you didn't fucking answer a text? What about them? Huh? How about you believe like 88% and that last 12% that's out of their fucking minds? I think that's a fair percentage, wouldn't you? No? Are you too afraid to not believe? No, that's the world we're fucking living in right now. No, everything has just become fucking absolutes in the States. It's fucking nuts. Like that Colin Kaepernick guy, right?
I feel like this is a good stopping point. I'm going to be very careful in what I say because Bill Burr doesn't have to because everyone loves him, but I'm kind of still, on that line probably with society. No one really cares about my opinion. So don't want to say the wrong thing, but I would like to start off with saying he's hilarious. I love what he's saying, and I agree with him. And I also liked his point. He was kind of respectful. He was still making it a joke, but it's his job. He's a comedian. He's on stage right now. It's a joke. But he is still giving credit and recognition to people who have went through something really traumatic and awful without getting too personal on stage. He mentions one story where it's like, wow, I feel bad for her. It's interesting, this one word, he poked at it and made fun, but he's kind of like, this is a different serious situation compared to maybe one that came out way later where maybe it's not that serious. Maybe it was a bad date. And I think that joke might even come from that Aziz Ansari situation where I guess everyone had ended up chalking it up as just a bad date where she did consent, but then she just felt uncomfortable and she didn't want to be in that situation anymore. But that doesn't mean that it was his fault and he didn't her or anything. It was just both of them maybe not communicating very well. He had even later been kind of confused. Oh, I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy it. Sometimes people kind of start taking a whole movement that has real meaning behind it less seriously because there's a lot of other people just kind of joining in yeah, this one guy was whistling at me, and it's well,
that's the world we're fucking living in right now. No, everything has just become fucking absolutes in the States. It's fucking nuts. Like that Colin Kaepernick guy, right? You knew when he was protesting during the national anthem, no one was gonna listen to what the fuck he had to say. No matter how much he explained it. He goes, I'm taking a knee during the national anthem. This is a protest about police brutality, the way people of color are treated. We'd like to open a dialogue. He got about halfway through that. People are my brother's fighting in Iraq, you fucking piece of shit! And it's just buddy, nobody is saying your brother isn't in Iraq fighting. You're not listening. This is about police brutality. My brother's a firefighter. He watched 9/11 on television. No, buddy.
He watched it on television.
Nobody's saying that your brother's not a firefighter. I got a bone spur in my heel. I can still stand up during the fucking song. Buddy, nobody is saying you can't see a fucking podiatrist. All right? You're not listening. That's what it became. It went from not listening to women to just believe women, right? And then, and then people just did you see that story? Did you read this story? You can't make something like that up. I always want to be well, did you see Star Wars?
Wow.
I mean, somebody made that up. They made fucking 15 of them, People can make shit up, right? You're part of the fucking problem. Get the fuck out, No means no, that's another one. No means no. It's no, it doesn't. All right? Look, no means no. No, that means no. All right, but no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh my God. You're being so bad. Stop it. No. Yeah, that's not a fucking no. That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm just going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't figure out that I've already performed this act with 40 other fucking people. Right? But then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Oh, Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there she didn't fucking say it like that. She didn't say it like that.
I love him. This was such a great video. I'm happy I picked this one. That end was just really... The beginning was good too, but that end was just great. Oh my goodness. I really liked that he made fun of the whole no means no thing. Not because I think it's a joke, but I wouldn't have even thought that I could make that into a joke or anyone could make that into a joke. And he finds a way to be yeah, well, not every no means no. And I'm oh, where is he going with this? Because... where is he going with it? And yeah, he just went somewhere so funny with it. It was so funny. And I just think that there's two sides to every story. And I like that he's kind of having this moment of silence for maybe this side a little bit where things can be misconstrued and, people can lie. Don't believe everyone. He's making fun of the whole Me Too type of thing, but I think he's doing it really respectfully. He didn't say women are toilet seats. He just said, like, hey, some of them can be liars, which some of them obviously are. I think Bill Burr is also kind of pointing out that not everybody is so direct. Sometimes there's, especially like with women, they're shy, and usually men are the ones who are seeking out women. Like, you ask women on dates or you make moves on women. So sometimes women are put more in situations where they're kind of like, oh, well, I don't know yet. Like, I don't know what I want yet. And a guy has to just kind of like go for that kiss, you know. If he doesn't read the room very well, then that sucks for him. He should probably get better at that, you know, work on it. But it also does kind of suck for the guys sometimes as much as it sucks for the girl. Like, if she doesn't know yet, she's kind of like, oh no, stop. You know, like what he had mentioned, a guy can kind of feel that way too. Like, oh, should I? I mean, does she want me to? Is she just kind of, you know, he goes through that whole process as well.
And from my discussion I had on the phone with Kelly Barr, Kelly Barr said to me on the phone, the accusation that Marianne is putting to me, you know, she's accusing me of, they are very serious. Of course, they are very serious. They told me I could have spent up to 20 years in prison because of those accusations that she, you know, she and the other woman, Kimberly Meran, that didn't even show herself at the trial. She didn't even show herself. It's not because she was fearing me. It was because, you know, the counter-interrogation that would prove that she also was playing.
But then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Oh, Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, she didn't fucking say it like that. She didn't say it like that.
And do you not know that this also turns out to be a crime? Because when, okay, the action, the sin of, the crime of committing rape, it is a crime. But when you accuse someone of doing something that the person didn't do, this also is a crime.